if we look at the formation of this government and the coalitions, it's 300, about 299 against
yes.
201. Would that be a stable government, in your opinion?
In Parliament, it's totally okay. It's fine. I don't see the trouble. Trouble could be about when the Democrats launch, for example, a central debate against Kun Jinglak, they could bring up some sensitive or hard-hitting issues like her past involvement with Kun Thaksin or something like that. And being a new face in politics, it could be tough for Kun Jinglak to have to answer these kind of questions in Parliament. That's all the trouble I see for Kun Jinglak. But in terms of parliamentary survival, 299 is okay.
No, shouldn't have any problem
Shouldn't
at
have
all,
any
right?
problem. And being a big ruling party, Kun Jinglak has a big bargaining power over the coalition partners. It's not like Kun Apisit government. Kun Apisit has to accommodate a lot of things because his party was not that big. He had to accommodate Kun Nevin Chichov, for example. He had to fight. There are a lot of horse trading going on during the Kun Apisit government. But being such a big party, I don't see much trouble for Kun Jinglak as the head of the Pheu Thai party.
Right. What's the image of Thailand right now? Because everyone knows that Kun Jinglak is a proxy of Kun Thaksin, who is in exile in Dubai.
For one thing, we went through Sunday election peacefully and we had quite a respectable turnout. I'm happy for Thai democracy, whatever the result of the election. That's a good thing for the Thai image. So now it's up to Kun Thaksin to keep the things smooth as they has been over the past few days. So I have seen some problem coming up from Kun Thaksin's side because he has already started talking to the media as if he was the leader of the party.
Yeah, are we having two prime ministers now?
That's what the people are checking. And back to your question, people will start questioning this about the role of Kun Thaksin. On one hand, he said that he is not interfering with anything. He will not want to come home. He will not want an amnesty that would benefit him only. But on the other hand, he's giving a press conferences almost on a daily basis. And at those press conferences, he always said that he wants to come home.
Right.
So, for the next government to go ahead and do the job that we were talking about, to serve the people, I think Kun Thaksin should keep a little bit of low profile. Because otherwise people will get confused and Kun Jinglak image will be suffering from that also.
Is Thailand going to be another Greece? Because the Pheu Thai government seems to promise a lot of spending.
I don't see that happening. I don't see a financial related uprising in Thailand or street trouble because of economic issues. We haven't seen that, and I don't think we will see it anytime soon. But it's still a worry for me in terms of politics. Every political turmoil in Thailand had to do not with economy, but with cutthroat politics.
But do you think the Pheu Thai can do what it actually promised during its campaigning? 300 baht minimum wage, 15,000 baht for new graduates, tablets for every child. All of these are spendings.
They have already backtracking on those promises that you mentioned. For example, the minimum wage. They now are saying that it's not the minimum wage for the no-skill labor, but for the skilled labor. So that's a little bit of the backtracking in my opinion. And also the, what did you say, the other one?
15,000
yes,
baht.
the 15,000
Right.
baht. That
minimum salary.
Yes, and then they already come up and say that people to be entitled to this much salary will have to be trained by special program of the government before they get this salary. So it's not everyone, it's not every graduate will automatically get this salary, but only those who undergo government training or something like that.
Kun Yingluck is a novice in terms of politics, international affairs as well. In terms of international affairs, how would that play out for Thailand's foreign policies?
It should be okay because we used to have no offense to Kun Banhan, but Kun Banhan was not a very good prime minister internationally either, but he made it through. And considering the mechanism of the Pheu Thai party that could be supportive of Kun Yingluck on the international stage, I don't foresee any trouble. I don't foresee any problem for her or big problem for her. But in terms of the Cambodian issue, I expect some kind of a big headache for her because we have the yellow shirts. They make noises, big noises every time the Khao Pravihan issue comes up. And we know where the Pheu Thai party stands when it comes to the relationship with Cambodia and when it comes to the issue of Khao Pravihan. So it could, whatever Kun Yingluck does, whatever she does concerning Cambodia will be a thing to watch.
But shouldn't relations between Thailand and Cambodia smoothen out because of Thaksin's special close relationship with Hun Sen?
At the border, it would be better. But the problem is not only about at the border, or the problem is about domestic politics also. We have the yellow shirts who are very patriotic. Maybe I used the wrong word, but who are very outspoken about Khao Pravihan, and every big move made by the yellow shirt have to do with the issue of Khao Pravihan. So Kun Yingluck must be very, very considerate of how the yellow shirt will react to her, whatever move concerning this issue.
Now that with the Pheu Thai as a new government, from here on, let's say a year or two, are you optimistic about the future?
That will have a lot to do with Kun Thaksin and the amnesty. To me, I want a stability to be keeping going for Thailand, and that will depend on whether or not Kun Yingluck will bring up the issue of amnesty. I was glad that she always said that it will not be happening, at least anytime soon. But with Kun Thaksin giving press conferences every day in Dubai, and the issue will be coming back to haunt her and affect her stability as a leader of Thailand.
Winning an election is only the first step in governing in a democratic system. From now on, the government has to prove that it can rule in a just and transparent manner, thinking of the benefits of the country first. Only then can it move Thailand forward. See you next time. สวัสดีค่ะ